Welcome to Storytime. I'm Miss Teresa, and today we're going to read some stories all about the earth and being outside and why it's a good idea that we recycle and take care of the earth. So why don't we start by reading a great story called The Earth Book. And these characters might be a little bit familiar if you've ever seen Todd's World on TV. It's by Todd Parr, who created Todd's World. So let's see what happens. The Earth Book by Todd Parr. I take care of the earth because I know I can do little things every day to make a big difference. We see that little girl and she is just thinking all about how she loves the earth. I use both sides of the paper and bring my own bags to the market because I love the trees. And look at that. That person has green hair that's tall just like the trees. And let's see. And I want the owls to have a place to live. What a cute owl family. I turn off the faucet while I brush my teeth and use less water for my baths. Look at all those bubbles. Because I love the, what do we see? Fish. And I want the oceans to stay blue. Look at that water and those fishies and even the whale getting some sun. I take the school bus. And who do we see on the school bus that we normally don't see on a school bus? Let's see. I see the driver and a little girl and a little boy and a little pink elephant. What's that elephant doing on the school bus? And I ride my bike because I love the stars and I want the air to be clear so I can see them sparkle. Let's see, what else do we see up in the sky with those stars? Do we see lightning bugs? I think so. And their wings kind of look like, hearts. I try to eat every bite on my plate and save my leftovers because I love watching things grow and I want there to be enough food for everyone. So let's see what they're growing in their garden. I see carrots and mushrooms and lettuce and strawberries and broccoli. And I see two little creatures that might eat those carrots. Can you see them? Yeah, look at those bunnies. Watch out, carrots. I remember to turn off the lights and to shut the refrigerator to save energy because I love the polar bears and I want the snowmen to stay cool. I throw garbage in the trash can and recycle glass, aluminum, paper, and plastic because I love to walk barefoot in the grass. And I don't want to move to Mars. Look, there's the little boy who looks very sad to be going to Mars. The walrus looks a little happy, and I think that alien might be happy too, but that little boy does not want to be moving to Mars. Most of all, I help take care of the earth because, look at all those animals. I want us all to be happy and healthy. Look at everybody from the squirrels to the penguins, even the skunks and the piggies look so happy. Every one of us can help protect the earth and make it feel good. Remember, if we take care of it, it will take care of us. Love, Todd. So Todd left us a little note at the end about how we can take care of the earth. The end. What a great story. Todd gave us a lot of tips on how we can help take care of the earth, like remembering to shut off the water when we brush our teeth and turning off the lights when we leave a room. We're going to get some more tips on how we can help save the earth by two people who I think you might know, Charlie and Lola. As we know, Lola tends to get a little confused, so let's see if Charlie can help her out. So let's read We Are Extremely Very Good Recyclers by Lauren Child. I have this little sister, Lola. She is small and very funny. Lola loves keeping things, all kinds of things. Boxes, old broken toys, just things. Not anymore, says Lola. I say, has it got anything to do with when we went to Marv's house? And Lola says, maybe. Yesterday, Marv says, I dare anyone to go into my brother Marty's room. He doesn't let anyone touch any of his things, and he won't throw anything away. Mom says his room looks like a complete pigsty. I say, it can't be that bad. When we sneak into Marty's bedroom, Lola says, ooh, it's stinky. But then we hear, get out of my room now! And Marv shouts, run! But if we look at this picture, I don't see anyone in the room. So you see, Charlie, I do not never want my room to look like Marty's. So I am throwing everything away because I do not need it. Well, why don't you recycle it? And Lola says, bicycle it? No, recycle it. Recycle it? What's that? Says Lola. Well, it's a way that people can reuse old things in a different and newish way. Why? Says Lola. Because if we throw everything away, then we will all be completely buried under a massive, huge pile of garbage. Look at that pile. Whoa. And if we don't use things again, in the end, we will just run out of everything. So recycling is a good idea. Did you know there are these places where they make new paper out of old paper? The old paper gets smooshed up with water and things, and then they press it all flat. Then they make all sorts of new types of paper, like writing paper, toilet paper, wrapping paper, and coloring in paper, egg cartons. That is clever, says Lola. Later, Lola says, look, Charlie, Mom bought me this special comic book. It's called look after your planet. And there's lots about recycling in it. And I say, ooh, a contest. You can win a tree all your own to plant. What do we have to do? Says Lola. We have to collect 100 of each thing. 100 tin cans, 100 plastic things, and 100 things made out of paper. That's a lot of things, says Lola. Look, Lola, your very own tree counter. Every time you collect something to recycle, you can stick a leaf onto a branch. Then, when your tree counter is completely filled up, you can get your very own real tree to plant. Lola says, I would love to plant a tree. Well, you'd better start recycling. And Lola says, okay, Charlie. This box is for all the plastic things. And this one is for the tin cans. And this one is for the paper. And I have already recycled 2 plastic things, 2 baked bean cans, and some paper. I say, I'm not sure we will be able to collect 100 of each thing in just 2 weeks, Lola, all on our own. And Lola says, of course we can, Charlie. Have you finished? Good. I think Lola just took Charlie's yogurt, and I'm not sure he was done with it. Later, Lola says, see, Charlie, I can recycle these toilet paper rolls. And I say, the idea is to use the paper really slowly and not to waste it, so we don't have to cut down lots of trees. Then you recycle the rolls. Look what Lola did. She just took the toilet paper off the roll, and it's all over the floor. Well, we need some more leaves on our tree counter, so maybe we need to ask even more people. The next day at school, Lola says, we have to save the trees and stop us being covered in a big, large pile of garbage. If we fill this tree with leaves, we will win our very own real tree for the school. Everyone is excited and says, oh, I want to do recycling, pass it on. I want to do recycling, pass it on. I want to do recycling, pass it on. So everyone at school starts recycling. Look how many I've got. I've got lots too. You are a very good recycler, Lotta. Oh, Morton, you're not helping. I think Morton's stacking the tin cans instead of putting them in the boxes. So Morton goes home. Uh-oh, what's he doing? And he finds more things to recycle. When everything is recycled, Lola says, oh no, we have not filled up the whole tree, so we will not be getting our own real tree. But then Morton comes along. Lotta says, look at what he's got. And soon we have filled up the tree counter. Thank you, Morton, says Lola. You are a very good recycler. Then Marv whispers to Morton, where did you get all that? And Morton says, in Marty's bedroom. And Marv says, you are going to be in such big trouble. The next day, we all go outside to plant the tree. Look, our very own real school tree, says Lola. We are extremely, very good recyclers, aren't we? Look at that beautiful tree that's going to grow bigger and bigger. Later, when we are all at Marv's, we suddenly hear, "Who's been in my room?" "Let's get out of here," says Marv. And Morton says, "Quick, run for it." Uh-oh. I don't think Marty's going to be very happy, but that tree that Marv helped to get is going to grow beautiful. And that stuff was just kind of hanging around in Marty's bedroom, wasn't it? Much better to recycle it. The end. What a great story. Charlie and Lola are always up to something. Let's end our story time reading a story all about the woods. And this story is called Where Once There Was a Wood. And I think we're going to see lots of great pictures. So let's read. Where Once There Was a Wood by Denise Fleming. Where once there was a wood. Let's see, what do we see? Do you see deer? Do you see a squirrel? Yep, there they are, 2 squirrels on that tree. So where once there was a wood, a meadow, butterflies and bunnies and bees and flowers, in a creek. Look at that birdie, I think he's caught dinner. Where once the red fox rested and closed his eyes to sleep. Do you see that fox? Yeah, there he is, all nestled up in those leaves. Where once the ferns unfurled and purple violets grew. Let's see, do we see the purple violets? There they are, 1, 2, 3. And the bee, and does anybody see that salamander? Yeah, there he is. It looks like he has some orange and black stripes. Where once the woodchuck left his den to catch the morning dew. Where once the horned owl hunted to feed her hungry brood. Let's see, do we see that owl? Yeah, it's so dark this night, but if we look real close, we can see that owl and the great big moon. Where once the heron fished and speared his glittering food. I think somebody's hungry. And where once the brown snake slithered and slipped out of sight. There's that snake, and if we follow that snake, he is very long. Where once the raccoons rambled and rummaged in the night. I bet those 2 raccoons are looking for some food. Where once the berries ripened and waxwings came to feed. Where once the berries ripened and waxwings came to feed. Where once the pheasants roosted and fed on nuts and seed. Looks like that one pheasant found something. She's flying somewhere. Where once there was a wood, a meadow, and a creek. Sit houses side by side, 20 houses deep. So it's not just the woods and the meadow and the creek, there's a town. Almost like Lakeville, we have all those great ponds and woods and creeks and meadows and all of our houses and all of us living side by side. The end. Thank you for joining me for story time. I hope you enjoyed our stories all about the earth and the woods and recycling, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye!